Welcome back to Path of Exile Betrayal. Now, in this episode, we finish off Act 3 and so on, and this is where I start doing commentary afterwards, and actually, it's probably one of the few times where I'm actually going to be speaking for Path of Exile, because most of the time I prefer to do the non-commentary stuff, because you can actually see the gameplay more. But we've encountered some issues with this league, is our current settings for our OBS and all that is inadequate to encode correctly, so you actually notice some encoding issues in the video because they happened at really tense moments of a lot of things going on the screen, and I didn't want to cut them, especially when it was our first Einhar encounter. I tried to cut a lot of the encoding issues out, and this is about an hour's worth of gameplay cut down to, 20 minutes, so it's actually the first 10 minutes of the thing was all encoding issues. I'm not sure what's going to happen in the next episodes because I'm actually discovering this post-recordings. I actually haven't recorded Path of Exile for a good week. Like, what you see is pretty much, in this episode, is still in the first day. I run into issues where I spent like an hour trying to figure out why I couldn't deal damage anymore because I was an idiot, and I took Ancestral Bond, which removes player-based damage, and you only can make damage with totems. And I spent like an hour, made a report, realized my mistake. It's what happens when you wake up at 6 AM with 3 hours sleep or something like that. The night before was like a 38-degree day overnight, and it was just horrible. No sleep, plus getting up early and playing a league and just completely blanking. But yeah, so that was fun. I cut that out because it wasn't really worth it in the episode. It's more of just getting the progression. There'll be a major time jump in this one, where it pretty much goes from fighting one of the Syndicate's encounters, and then jumping straight to the endgame boss. I figure there's really nothing worth it in between. The next episode is actually going to have a lot more in it. It's actually going to be me talking about the mechanics now that I kind of understand them slightly. Though other people have outputted this info out quicker. It's just my understanding that other people probably understand it more than me. I don't know the game that well, though I can survive decently enough. And I've already discarded the totem build. I've already moved on. That's just what happens when you play for the first week and you feel that you need to get a better character that can deal with the Syndicates a lot better. I feel that the totems weren't doing that well. They were a lot slower. Though I did, in the next episode, is pretty much me showcasing what happens when you verse the safe houses and the boss. So there is going to be some spoilers in the next episode. So if you don't want to see spoilers, even though they're possibly out there and you want to encounter it yourself, though I'm not going to explain boss mechanics because I do not understand it. I've only ever done it once, and I still don't understand it. Though I have some hints of how to go against it, and I'm going to bring that up of what things you should look out for. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy the episode, and I'll see you in the outro.
Guess I was better as a merchant than a fighter.
Hate myself, hate the Syndicate, rather be dead.
No, I am ready to do whatever.
Keep your word.
Killed me, now I'll kill you. Make this one enough. Don't want to die again. Making a new friend, I am. We was gonna eat dinner together, bit of a drink, talk about work. Told me a few things already, you know. Let me go, and I'll tell you what they told me.
Salah. This is no beast den. Through these tunnels lies an immortal syndicate shelter. I fear they are in the process of dismantling, leaving us with no evidence. Together, we must rush inside and stop them as best we can. We are certain to find important information within. Be careful.
Might makes right, which means I work for you now, in a small fashion. You've only got hold over me worth one fight, which we all know is just one grain of sand in the desert of warfare. But it isn't nothing. And in warfare, information is as good as might. I've a friend in the syndicate. They'll never even suspect, boss.
This land is dying. But even a rotting carcass has its uses, yes? Then it is settled. We will make rotting carcasses and use them to produce the tools we will need to survive. But only the finest rotting carcasses will do. Aina is not picky, but I cannot say the same for the first ones. There are a few beasts nearby, Exile. Special beasts. We will find them. We will fight them. I will catch them. You will enjoy the fruits of my labor. We will be best friends. Now, let's hunt. Together.
A running battle? Glorious!
That was a juicy one, Exile!
Your fight's done, Redblade. Information, now!
The Red Blade's a bit of a firebug, if you hadn't noticed. Arson's not the most constructive of pastimes. With
you and I could cooperate to remove one of these members from the Syndicate altogether. It's only possible because of a precarious political situation, so the offer won't last forever.
The Red Blade's a bit of a
I'll burn loyalty into you yet.
Cool winds.
The arena just north. Prove to the first ones you are worthy, Exile. The ritual is complete. The first ones are watching.
I'm not afraid to admit to a core of cowardice underneath my callous exterior. That's what you want to hear, isn't it? Don't...
Back where you belong, Nightmare. The faithful need not fear your kind.
If you made it this far, leave a comment down below, hit the like button, check out my Patreon and Twitter in the description below if you enjoyed, subscribe and ring that bell otherwise. I'll see you guys next time.